Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and welcome back to Ramadan Nights with K and A and K. My name is Kauthar and this is
Ali.
Okay, so last time we talked about shukr, gratitude, and today we're going to make it very practical so that we can know how to live a more grateful life, because there's nothing that can be done without practice. So we need to actually start practicing gratitude in order to be able to live a more grateful
And
life.
also, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has said in the Holy Quran, He said, وَإِن شَكَرْتُمْ لَأَزِيدَنَّكُم. If you become grateful, I will give you more.
Yeah.
And also Allah subhanahu
And
wa ta'ala
he doesn't actually say what more of.
Exactly.
He's saying more of everything, more of anything, more than you can even imagine.
Absolutely. And also Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has said so many times, He's mentioned the concept of shukr. But also if you become grateful, this is for you, isn't it? It's not for him, it's for us. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala doesn't want.
He says وَإِذْ آتَيْنَا لُقْمَانَ الْحِكْمَةَ أَنِ اشْكُرْ لِلَّهِ وَمَنْ يَشْكُرْ فَإِنَّمَا يَشْكُرُ لِنَفْسِهِ.
Absolutely.
So whoever does that gratitude does it for themselves. Because Allah is Ghani Hamid.
So what's the first point then?
So I think, it comes a bit to my resolution that I'm trying out, which I'm finding quite difficult to stick to. I think with the rush of iftar and things like that, but to write down, like in a form of a gratitude journal. I mean, gratitude journals are a big thing now. You just have to search them on Amazon and you can buy them, because actually there is something valuable about writing down what you're grateful for. But I think the most important aspect, if you don't want to do it in a journal form, if you want to just think about it, the most important thing is making a time for it every day. It's the regularity of it. It's the conscious awareness of doing it. So pick a time. Like a good habit is formed when you attach it to another habit. So I have a habit of sleeping every day at a certain time, for example. That's why actually attaching a journal to that time will make it more likely to stick.
So what are you saying, when you sleep or when you wake up?
Choose a time, whatever time is good for you. Maybe it's just after Salah, maybe it's before Salah. Maybe something that you know that you do daily, attach a thinking about gratitude or a writing down. And writing down is a very powerful thing. Even if it's just one thing, if you can, more than one thing every single day, so that no matter how bad a day you've had, it always brings you back to shukr.
How about just probably when you wake up and you thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for giving you the chance to live again, because during sleep you die, right? And so when you wake up, you thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for that, and that's one of the things that you can be grateful for.
And maybe you have to do something to remind yourself of this every morning. Maybe put something near your alarm, or maybe on your alarm it says something like "Be grateful." I don't know, just to prompt you, because at the beginning it won't be part of your consciousness.
Absolutely,
you won't do it automatically, but setting aside every day a time to write down or think and make it very specific. I am grateful for. I'm grateful that I had this to eat today because it was really delicious. For example, the more specific it is, the more, the more meaningful it is, because it's in the small things that our gratitude is most effective.
You can also tie it with the stuff we were talking about a few days ago about mindfulness and meditation, because once you, for example, when you're being mindful, one of the exercises perhaps you can do is you can scan the body, and when you're scanning the body, you can go through all the different limbs, and just be grateful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for He has given you. He's given you the He's given you the nose and the mouth and the ears, and just go through it. You might think this is trivial. The thing is that we become sort of normalized, and we're not grateful for the normal things that we have. We take them for granted. But imagine, it's a bit like self-isolation now. Suddenly we can't see our friends, family, etc. Imagine, God forbid, one day Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala was to take away your eyesight, right? Then you'll remember those days and you think, I should have been so grateful of the days that I had vision.
So it's very powerful. Another way to do it maybe is to do it around family time. So these days, you know, around Shahr Ramadan, you might be having iftar together as a family. I know even before Shahr Ramadan, you know, you're having much more dinners together than you ever used to before. And actually, it's a really good thing to teach your children if you have children. So you sit around as a family and you go around and you're talking about one thing you're grateful for. And we did try this.
Yeah. I mean, you know, it's not easy for
but
us
we didn't keep going
because it's not that we're all used to doing. That's the thing. You know, the Quran. We said in the first episode, the Quran keeps on emphasizing about gratitude. And وَقَلِيلٌ مِّنْ عِبَادِيَ الشَّكُورِ. The only very small number of people are truly grateful, and this is what we really want to talk about. I mean, you know, we're not giving you some stuff you haven't heard before, but it's a reminder, but also it's a reminder that we've got to be truly grateful, not just as a lip service or saying shukran, but actually say what you are grateful for, not just say alhamdulillah, shukran la, just by that, but say say what you're
specific is helpful.
Yeah.
And the kids might be grumpy and they might have had a bad day and they might find it very hard initially, as adults will as well, to find something to be grateful for at that moment. But actually you can help them, and then they'll come up with wonderful things actually, you know, profound things that you can learn from. Which will
are you grateful for having such an amazing husband?
Of course.
Okay, third point.
So I think this is also something I've been thinking about a lot in Shahr Ramadan, because it's a month of dua, isn't it? Dua is much more. We recite more dua probably in this month than any other time in the year, and dua is a very powerful form of shukr.
Oh, absolutely. There's munajat al-shakirin, isn't there?
So munajat, there's 15 munajat of Imam Zain al-Abidin.
Whispers,
and they're whispered prayers because they're from the heart. It's just you and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and you're almost whispering to someone that you love, and the munajat al-shakirin is specific for, you know, showing how grateful we are, and actually reminding us that we can never ever be grateful enough, because just the act of being able to say thank you requires thanks.
Absolutely,
and that's in the dua, and it's beautiful, and it's not long, because some of these dua might be long and it might put you off. Again, I think maybe we should try to introduce these to our kids, read with them.
But maybe, you know, at least what they can say, and we make sure we teach them the Arabic version, is what's mentioned twice in the Holy Quran, the dua of Nabi Sulaiman alayhi salam, and also there's another verse that mentions it. Rabbi awzi'ni an ashkura ni'mataka allati an'amta alayya wa ala walidayya. Right? And so that particular dua, where you're saying, oh Allah, give me the opportunity to you know, be so grateful to all the blessings that you have given me and my parents. And it's powerful, isn't it? And
I think because we might find it overwhelming and quite difficult to think that we can be of the grateful people. How can we even start? We keep forgetting, we start, but you know, there's no la hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. There's no power but Allah. Allah is the only one that can give us this ability. And actually, reading this dua reminds us that we need to ask Him to make us grateful to Him. And this is a very Rabbi awzi'ni an ashkura ni'mataka allati an'amta alayya wa ala walidayya. It's very short dua that you can read in your qunut, that you can read all the time, so the kids can pick it up and they can also start making that dua.
Honestly, this is probably one of the things that we should all do in this holy month. We just say we're all gonna always. Again, it's not just a lip service, isn't it? It's not just.
It starts maybe.
It starts that, but you've got to really feel it, and also you've got to translate it into action sometimes, and you've got to be, as we said before, and keep on saying that, you know, you've got to mention what you are grateful, what is the blessings, and
I've just thought of something else actually. Obviously, that we might do automatically without thinking about it, is sajdat shukr.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And you know, there's two things about sajda shukr. One is that it's sajda, and the sajda, the prostration, is the closest position you can get to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. because you're in that particular state where you've lowered yourself all to the ground where we were created from. كلنا من آدم وآدم من تراب. We are all from Adam, and Adam is from dust, from soil. So we've lowered ourselves to the floor, to the dust, right? And so therefore and at the same time, the second thing is, while I'm on state of prostration, I am being grateful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for all the blessings. And also I mentioned all these blessings. Powerful. So it's highly recommended.
Easy to incorporate
So
our lives,
highly recommended that after every salah you do 2 sajdat of shukr. That's what's called the sajdatay shukr. Sajdatay in Arabic means 2, right? So you do the first, you go on to sujood, you say shukran lillah, shukran, maybe 5-6 times, mention what your blessings are, feel it, don't just say it, feel it in your heart why you're grateful. Get up again and then go down again, and then just do another
and maybe make it a habit from now to do it every day, at least 1-2 times a day.
Just make it a habit after every salah. After every salah you should do 2 prostrations.
And I think probably the final point we can mention very quickly is that
we've run out of time, but please do.
Is that
it's like a news interview.
Is to live gratefully is not just to internally be grateful. It's to be grateful through our actions.
Absolutely.
Right?
Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Holy Quran, He says, اعملوا آل داود شكرا وقليل من عبادي الشكور. He says, action, work, O آل داود, the people of Dawood, shukra, work with gratitude. So you've got to. It's also Allah Subhanahu wa Taala saying you've got to put action into gratitude.
Because when you're truly grateful and you live a life of gratitude, then you know that thing is not yours that you have. Whatever it is, the time, the money, the energy, whatever it is that you have is not yours, and you're thankful for it. Therefore, you're willing to share it with others. Therefore, you're willing to give it to others. You're thankful for the earth that you have and its beauty, and therefore you treat it well. You treat the earth well, you treat the environment well. You're thankful for the people that you have in your life, therefore you treat them with the respect that they deserve. So being grateful to the things you have is also is how you treat them.
Absolutely.
And giving.
And that really puts us nicely into our final sort of message, which the people who are watching this every time are hopefully not bored of, but we are raising money for the people of Yemen through the Noor Orphans Fund. So please try to donate as little, as much as you can. This is part of gratitude, isn't it? Where you give. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless you. You can go to the Noor Orphans website, www.noororphansfund.org/Yemen, which will direct you to the Just Giving page. Please give as little or as much as you can. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will reward you immensely, inshallah. Please watch the next clip after this, where we'll give you more details of the campaign. And until next time,
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
With 16 million people waking up hungry every day in Yemen and 2 million children needing urgent treatment for malnutrition, the ongoing war in Yemen has created the largest humanitarian disaster in the world today, and millions of people don't know where their next meal will come from. This Ramadan, Noor Orphans Fund will supply babies and children, pregnant women, orphans and the elderly in Yemen with a generous hamper which can feed a family of 5 to 6 people to last them the entire month. For only £35, each hamper will contain 10 kilograms of rice, 20 kilograms of flour, oil, dates, lentils, pasta, sugar, tea, and more. We want to save lives in Yemen. Will you join us? Donate today at www.noororphansfund.org.